Hey guys, Richard Scouten, Remountain Horsemanship again. I had a question from a friend the other day asking about bosal shapers and kind of how to shape them and how to get them working. The reason we use shapers on our bosals is this shape is a bit more like the natural shape of a horse's head. It's kind of elongated, I guess. When you first buy a bosal, they're kind of rounded. And when they're rounded like that, then you only have a point of contact at the tip of the nose or on the bridge of the nose and a point of contact down here at the heel knot. When you use a shaper, you kind of bring everything together and make it more elongated, make it long like a long horse face. And then you have more points of contact, so more signal that you're delivering to your horse. So that's why we shape them. And on a good bosal, on any bosal you should buy, and it should have a rawhide core. A lot of them have a steel core. You can't shape those. Those are, you can't really do anything with them, and there's not much of a use for those. So if you're going to spend money on a bosal, get one with a rawhide core. And 9 times out of 10, you can just look at the bottom of the heel knot right there, and you can see that rawhide in there. If you guys have watched many of my videos, I'm pretty big on making my own stuff. If I don't have to pay someone to make something and it doesn't take me too much time, then I have no problem making it. And I made my own bosal shaper years ago. I've had this one, I don't even know for how long, but for ages. And all I did is, it's just a 2x4. And what I did was I measured it out about 5 inches wide. And before I cut it, I took a spade bit, not a horse spade bit, but a spade bit for a drill. And before I cut it, I ran my spade bit down the center of my 2x4 to give me those little grooves right there for the bars to sit in. And after I drilled it, then I cut it. For my thong here, it's just an old bootlace. I just put a screw in the piece of wood, tied a bootlace around it, tighten the screw down, and I got a thong. You can use a piece of baling twine, you could use a piece of rope. I don't think it really matters. And then the way I shape them is, since I have the grooves in there in my blocker, I set it in there, set the bars of the bosal in there, and I slide it up to the heel knot. Or excuse me, not the heel knot, up here to the rawhide buttons. I slide it up to the rawhide buttons, and I just take some wraps. This is a little 1/2 inch latigo bosal, so it's pretty soft. Sometimes we'll get some real stiff, thicker rawhide ones, and you really got to kind of use your hand when they're brand new and kind of scrunch them down, put them in your shaper. If they're really stiff when you first buy them, or say you get a used one and it's really stiff, you can put a good coating of rawhide grease on it, put it in the shaper, and set it out in the sun, and that'll kind of warm it up and let it kind of get a better memory for the shape that you're looking for. Another little tidbit, as you're wrapping it around, and this is usually on the bigger ones, what can happen is you got your blocker there, but it can kind of widen from that shaper up because it's so thick. So you can take your thong and go above your blocker. See there? I went above my blocker and I kind of pinched in above those buttons. But generally, just wrap it around a few times. And on my last wrap, what I'll do is I'll wrap over my thumb, put my thumb on my shaper, go over my thumb, take the tail, go under, pull it tight, go under that same strand, pull it tight, and you can sit there and hang it up like that, and it'll shape while you're sleeping. So that's just a real cheap way to make a bosal shaper. Yeah, you could use a soup can if you wanted to. Just a soup can and a piece of bootlace. Just something cheap and easy to make. All right, just another tidbit for you. Thanks for watching, y'all.